Hey everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and today we have to talk about, unfortunately, something that has just... I hate that this is a thing, and that it's kind of taken over the entire conversation. This shouldn't exist. This shouldn't be a thing that's happening. But it is happening, and what's even worse, there are people out there today arguing that it's not happening. So here we go. Star Wars defends Obi-Wan Kenobi star Moses Ingram from vile online attacks. Don't choose to be racist. That's the quote. Okay, so look, I made a video, what, a couple weeks ago, maybe only 2-3 weeks ago, something like that, where I was talking about some supposed leaks about the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that had come out, specifically about the character of Reva, and not just the character, but also, you know, the actress is suddenly becoming essentially the next target for, you know, the all too familiar names and faces that we know. If you are in the online Star Wars community, in the fandom community, you know who I'm talking about. You know exactly who these people are. You know it's the Quartering and the Geeks and Gamers and the exact same people it always is, because that's who they are. We knew that she was going to become the next target. I said this weeks ago, and even in the comments to that video, they said, people were saying like, oh, it's the scary conservatives, they're the ones who are going to come after her. Yes, and that's exactly what ended up happening. Okay, so what exactly happened? Well, on her Instagram, on Moses's Instagram, she shared a story, which, by the way, an Instagram story goes away, I think, in like 24 hours or something like that. So, but people have, of course, screenshotted the things that she shared. These are comments that she's come out with, that she's received, which, you know, obviously I'm not going to read these here, but you can read them for yourself. These are just some of the ones that she shared on her Instagram, okay? And she went on to say about how there are hundreds of these. Here, what's the exact quote? There's nothing anyone can do about this. There's nothing anyone can do to stop this hate. I question my purpose in even being here in front of you saying that this is happening. I don't really know. The thing that bothers me is this feeling inside of myself that no one has told me, but this feeling that I have to shut up and take it, that I have to grin and bear it. And I'm not built like that. So I wanted to come on and say thank you to the people who show up for me in the comments and the places that I'm not going to put myself, and to the rest of y'all weird. That's the exact quote, okay? That's how she said it, and look, it sucks that this is a thing, okay? Racism in Star Wars, in fandom, has been and continues to be, and probably will continue to be, a problem. It is a problem. And some people, and we're gonna get to those people, they don't want you to believe that it's real. They want you to believe that it's some kind of weird tool that studios are using to defend their shows or something, as if they're making it all up. Well, here we go. It's real. It's happening. She's talking about it. Most stars that this happened to, they don't like talking about this stuff until way after the fact, okay? Because they have enough stuff going on in their lives without making this, you know, the spotlight, right? But she's being brave here, in my opinion, and she's like making this like, hey, it is happening now. It's happening right now. I'm not going to wait a year from now after the show's over and I didn't say anything at the time. It's like, it's happening right now, you know? So Star Wars, the Twitter account of Star Wars came out, and this is their response. We are proud to welcome Moses Ingram to the Star Wars family and excited for Reva's story to unfold. If anyone intends to make her feel in any way unwelcome, we have only one thing to say. We resist. And they continue to say, there are more than 20 million sentient species in the Star Wars galaxy. Don't choose to be a racist. That's all they said, okay? So they are speaking directly to the people who made those comments and the people who continue to make those kinds of comments. Okay, don't choose to be a racist. You can be a better person. That's all they're saying. They have not said anything at all about people who may or may not have criticisms of the show, of the writing, of the character. They haven't said anything at all about that. They're specifically talking about this, okay? But of course, the same people who would want you to believe that oh, this is all some sort of weird plan or something. They have to make themselves the victim. So we have, here we go, here's Geeks and Gamers, like goddamn clockwork. Here he goes. Look at the title of this video. Lucasfilm attacks, in all caps, Star Wars fans over Kenobi backlash. That's how he's framing this, okay? He is the poor victim. He's being victimized. The Star Wars fans are the victims, and Lucasfilm is evil because they're attacking the fans because Kenobi got some backlash. That is how he's framing what just happened. And I need you to understand what kind of fucking demented kind of weirdo you have to be to take the actress getting attacked with very clear, blatant, undeniable racism, the Star Wars account saying, hey, we support our actress, and then somehow, in their twisted small minds, it's like, oh, they're attacking the fans. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? This has nothing to do... And here's my thing. If this upsets you, if it upsets you that the brand is saying, choose not to be racist, and you got all angry about that, you got all mad because it's like, hey, try not to be racist. Why are you mad? Why are you feeling targeted? Why are you feeling called out? Were you being racist? If you weren't, then why are you so mad about this? Then this isn't about you. Okay? You can have criticisms about the show and about the character and whatever else. Those are just criticisms. Everyone has that about everything. We can debate those, we can talk about those. That's what fans do. Okay? This stuff, this is not criticisms of the character. This is not criticisms of the show. This is just hate. This is just hate. That's all this is. Okay, there is an ocean of difference between someone saying something like, oh, I didn't really care for the character of Reva, and I kind of find her annoying, or something like that. There's an ocean of difference between that statement and this stuff. Okay? And the reason that you have some people out here like Geeks and Gamers who have to reframe it. They have to change the narrative of this whole situation is because they know what they do. They know how they make their money. They know how they get, let's see, 65,000 views, which I bet you is the most amount of views they've gotten in a couple weeks now. The reason that they have to do this stuff, even though I believe that they claimed they weren't even gonna talk about Star Wars anymore because they were done with it, right? I believe they said something like that, is because that's their audience. They placate to the audience that will say, oh, it's the SJW woke Hollywood who's injecting diversity and forced diversity and all these other, conservative talking points. They know that their audience are the same people who sent this stuff. They know that in all likelihood, these are their fans. And so they have to come out to bat with their fans. Somehow their fans are the victims in all of this. It's fucking stupid. Now, luckily, I just came back from Celebration, and I've seen what actual real people, real fans who actually exist in the real world, not just behind a computer where they're anonymous and they can say any dumbass thing. I've seen what real people are like. Real people are nice. The majority of them, right? And you look at the response that these tweets have gotten, the overwhelmingly supportive, positive response. 127.6 thousand likes. The majority of fans support this. Support the fact that, for once, maybe not the only time, but Star Wars is actually coming out and saying something about this directly. They've said something before, but there have been moments in the past where they have said nothing. They haven't supported their actors always, and these moments should be applauded when they do, because it should be encouraged. We should say, yes, do this all the time. The next time, and there will be a next time, there will be a next target for the Geeks and Gamers and quarterings of the world. There will be another target where, by pure coincidence, in quotes sarcastically, by pure coincidence, the next target will be a woman or a person of color, and they'll say, oh, this person is forced diversity, oh, this person is a bait and switch for the Kenobi show or something, by pure coincidence, of course. So I just hope that in the future Star Wars is consistent as a brand, and they come out and say, no, you know what, we're not gonna just play the middleman, we're not gonna ignore it, we're not gonna pretend it's not happening, we're gonna fucking say something. And by the way, speaking of that, I did have someone, it was Andy Signor, who was fired from his own company from a whole other controversy that's too much to get into. He replied to this saying something along the lines of, here, let's see if we can just go ahead and find it. Okay, hold on. Here we go. His reply to this whole situation was, oh, you just fueled 10,000 more hate videos with this tweet, when you could have just been adults and ignored all the dumb reactions and let the awesome show speak for itself. So he's shaming Star Wars account for standing up for their actor? And by the way, Andy, these 10,000 more hate videos, you're acting as if that was not going to happen anyways. You're acting as if Geeks and Gamers wasn't gonna play the victim anyways. So you know what? Fuck it. Let the Geeks and Gamers make their videos. Let them get their 60,000 views and you know, bank in that $100 or whatever the hell they get from that. It's important to push back against this stuff when you can. Okay? Doing nothing about it, ignoring it, is literally not helping anyone in any way. And if anything, by not getting any kind of pushback against some of the stupid shit like this, you're just telling people that it's fine, that it's like no, there's not gonna be any kind of reaction, that no one's gonna care, that no one's gonna see it. It needs to be pushed back on. If this fandom, this online group, if any fandom is ever gonna, you know, improve itself as a space, these types of behaviors, these types of people need to be pushed back against. So sorry, Andy, doing nothing has literally not helped at all. Who would have thought? You know, who would have thought that doing nothing has done nothing? Oh my god. In fact, that's like the most cowardly way to, like, you should have been adults and done nothing. Like that's helped anyone ever. Anyways, so look, fucking idiots like this, they're gonna make their videos, they're gonna make their money, because that's their crowd. That they have to change the narrative, they have to make everything so that they're the victim in this situation somehow, despite the fact that literally someone else was receiving all of this hate and all of these very clearly racist remarks. Somehow Geeks and Gamers and their fans are the victims here. and that's my thing, is that, like, we can't tiptoe around situations like this anymore. And yeah, I hate that this is a thing. I hate that this is the news. I hate that this has to exist. I wish we could just be talking about Obi-Wan because, hey, the new episode's coming out tomorrow. I wish that could just be the center of attention right now. But this has to be addressed. And look, I know that, you know, here on YouTube where I'm posting this video, it's not like Twitter. It's not like how, you know, 100,000+ people will all agree, like, yeah, let's get rid of the hates. And YouTube, for some reason, seems to be like this weird cesspool where they've all, you know, gathered. But that's okay. And I know there's going to be some comments under this video where you're like, oh, you're blaming conservatives again. Yes, I am. It's Geeks and Gamers, it's the quartering, it's all of these conservative talking points with their forced diversity and their identity politics and all of these stupid fucking talking points, when we know what they are, we know how they feel, and we know why people like Moses Ingram were targeted, and we know why the next person's gonna get targeted. So we need to stop tiptoeing around it. And I'm glad that Star Wars said something. Because fuck these people. Fuck Geeks and Gamers. Fuck Jeremy, whatever the fuck his name is. You're not the victim here. We know exactly what you and your crowd and your audience and people who think like you and people who feel like you, we know exactly who you are. Anyways, that's my rant. That's all I got to say about this. Alright, Obi-Wan Episode 3 is coming out tomorrow, and of course I'm excited about that still, despite all of this nonsense. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know your feelings. Let me know all of your crazy comments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.